What's actually inside the resupply capsule going up to the ISS anyway? Ice cream and snacks? Actual science? Personal effects? Why not all three? Hey everyone, thanks for watching D-News Today. I'm Trace. On June 28th, CRS-7, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, exploded on the way to resupply the International Space Station. As of this writing, the cause of the explosion is still unknown, though it might be an overpressure event in one of the liquid oxygen tanks. Hopefully we'll learn more soon. Keep an eye on discoverynews.com for updates. This comes just a few months after Russia's Progress 59 also failed on the way to the ISS. I mean, Scott Kelly is slated to spend a full year up there. Isn't this going to mess up those plans? How long can they last? I have questions. Firstly, according to NASA Administrator Charlie Bolden, the ISS has enough supplies to last, quote, several months, with an April presentation saying that they could survive until September 5th with current supplies. Plus, there is a Russian-flown cargo mission slated for this Friday, July 3rd, and a Japanese flight slated for August, and then another SpaceX flight in September, so don't get your mags in a bunch about the crew. The ISS isn't completely dependent on us down here. The ISS uses water reclamation and oxygen generation systems pioneered for submarines to get its drinking water and breathing air. Water is reclaimed from washing, humidity condensation, urination, and so on. Anywhere that they can capture water, it's pretty much done. They then purify it to super high standards before recycling it for showers, drinking water, and oxygen generation. To create oxygen from water, they run electricity through it, splitting the hydrogen from the oxygen molecules and creating O2 in a process called electrolysis. Boom! Oxygen, and then of course hydrogen too. But before you ask, those H's are then fed into the Sabatier system, which uses a catalyst to combine the hydrogen and exhaled carbon dioxide to create H2O and CH4, or methane. The water is recycled into the system again, and then the methane is just vented into space. This can produce about 2 kilos of oxygen per day, which is enough for about 2 people with a little extra. When more people are up there, they have pressurized tanks from Earth to help. Of course, that brings us back to these failed cargo missions. A Dragon capsule can hold 4,000 pounds of cargo in the 883 cubic feet of space inside. The cargo capacity is equal to about 6 minivans, just to wrap your head around it. The CRS-7 that exploded contained more than 65 different science projects to be carried out over the next year or so. They were sending equipment to examine meteors entering the atmosphere, Microsoft HoloLenses, and equipment to prep for deep space exploration by testing the effects of microgravity on astronaut Scott Kelly and the ability to grow food in space, because plants kind of get messy when they get up there. The CRS-7 also contained new docking attachments to expand commercial docking with the ISS, plus food and other standard resupply mission materials. According to government contractor Lockheed Martin, ISS resupplies contain hardware, experiments, food, toothpaste, cleaning supplies, laptops, printers, you name it. It's essential to pack these items securely and with a pre-thought-out plan just in case of leakage or failure. For example, bleach is never packed with cleaner because if they leak, fumes that are created are poisonous. The Dragon's interior is pressurized and can hold a variety of NASA cargo bags and freezers for carrying materials such as biological samples. They even shipped Bluebell ice cream up there once. Obviously in this case though, it was a total loss. Sure, the explosion is a pretty serious situation, and all SpaceX flights are grounded until they find the exact cause, but at least no lives were lost. As sad as this is, experiments, food, and materials can all be replaced. The ISS flies at an average altitude of 248 miles, and it's one of the most challenging and dangerous road trips humans regularly undertake. As Charlie Bolden said in a NASA release on the CRS-7, this is a reminder that spaceflight is an incredible challenge, but we learn from each success and each setback. What do you think of all this? Should we be putting more money into the space program, or are we just wasting our time? Let us know in the comments, and if you're into space and into D-News, please check out my new show, Test Tube Plus. I invited my friend Dr. Ian O'Neill to come talk about aliens with me all last week for 5 episodes, and you can find Test Tube Plus here on YouTube, or you can listen to it on iTunes. Are we alone? Ian?
In my opinion, no. In science's opinion, I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more D-News.